Good day. I wanted to take a quick moment to talk about change management and the importance of it. I've worked in the information technology industry for the last 21, 22 years. And in that industry, I worked with enterprise system implementations and project management, Unix, things along these lines. And there were a lot of project requirements, things that needed to be set up and implemented, changing the way people do business, business process analysis. These are all strengths of mine that I've worked with for years. So I wanted to take a moment and talk about change management and how important that is for leaders to consider. Sometimes leaders want to implement new systems, new processes within their business, and they fail to recognize that they're impacting people's lives. And just to say, this is the course that we're going to take, and there we go, there's more to it than that. People need absorption time. People need to understand why you're making the change. What is it that you want to do? There is several change management models out there, but the one that I want to talk about today is the Prozi change management model called ADKAR. It's an acrostic, and it's ADKAR, and it's really 5 steps of the change management process. The first step might be pre-contemplation, being aware. Are people aware of the change that you want to make? Are they aware of the need that's requiring this change? That's critical. For you to just pop in and say, oh, I think we're going to change our system, and people are working on the system they're in and they're not having any problems, they're going to say, why? Why are you going to put us through so much pain and changing all of this? It's not something that they will most likely embrace with a welcome. So awareness of what the problem is, awareness of what the solution might be, including them in that dialogue so that they have an opportunity to express what they're seeing as problems, what they're seeing as possible potential solutions. This is critical to get the buy-in of people. So you want to take time to build that awareness that here's the problem, here's the situation that we have, and here are some opportunities that we could use to correct them or to improve them, and let them have participate in that process of awareness. The next one is D for desire, and this is now that they know that there's a pain and a problem and they're aware of the situation at hand that you want to correct. Do they have a desire to make that change? Do they have the desire to embrace and move on with you? Not everyone will. There are going to be people who have resistance, but it's important to really embrace that process of desire. Build time with them. Have people who champion this change that you want to bring about, and they can embrace the users and talk to them about what the pros and cons are. Really put an ear out there to listen to what is their resistance. They may have some great points that you may not think about. Usually the people in the trenches doing the day-to-day work have solutions to problems. If someone would take the time to listen to them, you could find wonderful solutions. Too many times we have leaders up here with that law of the lid that are squelching their people, not allowing them to share their insights, not allowing them to share their expertise. People can be very powerful with their ideas and potential, but if the leaders are not allowing them to share that or have a lid on them, you're not going to get anywhere. So you want to develop an environment of growth and enthusiasm, of people being trust. They have trust that they can share and voice their opinion, share and voice their ideas, so that you can take those and leverage them. Make it a better work process. But you're only going to be able to do that if you've built in trust into your culture and collaboration into your culture. And as a leadership consultant, corporate trainer and coach, I'm able to help you with that. So please reach out to me and I can help you with your business, your processes, your leadership training, building your morale, all of these things are critical for businesses to really succeed and thrive. But it takes all levels. It's not just the people, it's the management and leadership too that have to really embrace the changes. So we've got awareness of a change that needs to happen. We have the desire to make that change happen. And then knowledge. Now that we know there's a problem and we have a desire to fix the problem, do we know how to fix the problem? So once we know that, do we have the technical skills? Can we work together as a team to think through what is required? What's the timetable that we want to work with? Can we share information together? This is knowledge. These are all things that we can do for reasonable milestones that we want to set. Getting all of this is part of the knowledge of getting the environment ready for change. So we have to pull together all of these resources. And then once we have the resources and the technical skills identified and hopefully training individuals on those technical skills, we actually have to go to the next step, which is action and actually moving forward. And we have to say, now that we've done this training, do we have staff that actually is able to apply that training? Because some people may have the knowledge of what's required to change, but they don't actually have the ability to take that action to change. So that's something that we need to think about, whether there's more training that's required, whether it's a governance body that needs to be put into place to regulate things that are happening and how it's processing. We don't want to do anything like in stealth mode down here where people don't know what's happening. And part of change management to be successful is having that vision, sharing that vision with people, planning out that route, pulling together a powerful team of people who have strengths where others have growth areas so that they can work together to make it powerful and smooth. And then adjusting the process whenever it's needed so that, and keeping people aware and informed of what's happening. Communication is critical. There needs to be points where communication is coming from the senior management down to those in lower level ranks so that they know that there is a senior sponsor to the project and that senior sponsor is behind it, that they're giving the people in the ranks the empowerment to make the changes necessary. They're empowering them to spend time on developing their skills and doing this. Too many times organizations come in and want to put in a new system and then say, oh, this is your daily requirement, you got to do all this. Oh, by the way, we have the system we're going to pull up, but you need to know that too, but I'm not going to give you any time to really build your skills or focus on that. And that's setting people up to lose. So we really need to look at how do we get our daily operations running smoothly today still and embracing this change along the way. It does take planning. It does take time. It can be done, and it can be done smoothly. It can be done, with great success. And then once you get a new system up and running, or a new policy, or a new procedure, or whatever it is that you're creating this change in, you need to reinforce the positive behaviors. Sometimes we get new systems up and people embrace it and they're working in it and they hit a bump and they're not sure what to do. And here comes Sally from over here who's been with the company 25 years and she says, oh, let's just do it this way. And she takes everybody back down the route of the old way. And it's a roadblock for embracing the new system. So we really want to make sure we have reinforcements in place, champions of the systems and of the processes who can come beside them and lead the way, help troubleshoot, reward people for using the new policies, the new procedures, the new system effectively, to reinforce that, to make that something exciting and new, and people are confident that they have a resource to go to for help. So this is my share on change management and the importance of change management that has to go hand in hand with project management, because without the change management piece and really working that into the project, there's so much lacking. We really need to embrace this as a whole, and it will become a part of your culture. If you can do change management successfully, you're actually changing the culture, which is a whole nother topic I'd like to talk to you about in another vlog. And that is culture. What does that mean? What does that look like? Because I think that's a term that so many people don't truly understand, can't really embrace it. And changing a culture is huge. It can be done. It can be difficult. It can take time, but it can be done. It can be done successfully. So let's meet up again and talk about that shortly. Have a wonderful day. Again, I'm Candace May Gruber. If you need a coach or a project manager, business systems analyst assistance, leadership, developing, coaching your team, I'm your gal. Give me a call. Talk to you soon.